Alright, and then the last law is called the law of detachment. So if the hypothesis of a true conditional is true, then the conclusion is true. So just an example, if Mark saves $30, he can buy a new video game. Then it tells us Mark saves $30. So what can we conclude? We can conclude that Mark can buy a video game. So for this one, you have to recognize that the beginning of our statement matches up with the second statement that's given to us. Okay? So we're going to kind of jump around a little bit. So let's start down here with D. So D says, if a quadrilateral is a rhombus, then it is also a parallelogram. And then it says quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus. So I do believe that this beginning and this second statement, they match, right? The beginning of this matches. So we can conclude, let me get my pencil, that quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay? But if we go to B, let's go to B. If you plan to attend a prom, then you must purchase a ticket. Sarah purchases a prom ticket. So Sarah purchasing a prom ticket, this matches up with the second statement. Okay, it talks about tickets here, it talks about tickets here. So this is not valid because this sentence does not relate back to just the hypothesis, just the beginning. So this is not valid. We can't make a valid conclusion by the definition of law of detachment. Okay. Letter C, it says, if you are 18 years old, then you can register to vote. It says here, Olivia is not 18 years old. So it kind of like did a negative, right? It like made it negated it. So again, we're going to say not valid. Since this is more positive, this is negative. Okay. And then lastly, we have example A. If a ray divides an angle into two congruent angles, then the ray is an angle bisector. It says that ray RS divides angle ARB so that angle ARS is congruent to angle SRB. Well, since this is talking about a ray dividing something in half, that's bisecting it in half. Okay, so here we've got this ray divides, this angle, talks about angle, into two congruent angles. Okay, here it shows that two congruent angles are congruent. So this matches up very well. So we can say that this is valid. And then what's our conclusion? We know that ray RS, since it's dividing something in half, it is our angle bisector. So ray RS is an angle bisector. Okay, so that is it for that. Just remember that law of syllogism, the then and the if have to cancel each other out. They have to be the same thing to get our new sentence, our new if and our new then. And law of detachment goes back to the beginning of the if statement and that second statement. They have to match up together. Okay? It's the match up. Same thing here. They have to match up. So that would be law of detachment. Alright, make sure you have your notes done before your next class and your homework as well. And I will see you next time.